All right, welcome listeners. On this episode, we dis- we discuss a homeless model who complains about her roommate and then is found days later stabbed to death. This is a very sad story. Okay? Let's hit that intro and let's get this into this. Okay, all right. Welcome listeners. What's up? 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 People, how are y'all doing? Can I get a little background? Thank you. Turn that down a little bit. Down, just right, just right, just right. There we go. Yeah, wait, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right, listeners. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Chris Talk Show. I am your host, Chris Talks. All right. Now, as always, we pay the bills in the beginning. So, show your love on Facebook, and you can hit me up Facebook at Chris Talks, and on YouTube at Chris Talks 1190. Also on Instagram at Chris Talks 40, and we also appreciate and love those donations at $ Chris Talks Show. Okay, so we have this story of a homeless model who complains about her shelter roommate and days later is found stabbed. This is crazy. All right. We have the our correspondent that's out there on the field, and she has a story and she's going to bring it to us. Nate Tech is going to bring us this story. Nate Tech, tell us, what do you have on this?
Hey, it's your girl, Native Tech. Okay, so as you heard, this is a vibrant model who has felt on hard times, brutally stabbed to death by her roommate and at a New York City shelter. Okay. Victoria Good, 27-year-old model trying to make her mark on the world. Victoria had walked runways for several known brands such as Vogue and more. Sadly, she struggled to find steady work in the recent months. Though she never stopped her grind, Victoria was forced to move into the Project Renewal New Providence Women's Shelter on the East 45th Street, where she was paired with 40-year-old Charmaine Kaufman. Before the days leading up to before Victoria's deadly stabbing, she told some family members she was fearful for her life. Roommate Charmaine, she was fearful for her life of roommate Charmaine. She even went to the shelter staff directly to express her fears and concerns. Victoria often confided in her father and told him that Charmaine would speak of the devil and was more than an annoying roommate to her. On the day of December 16th, things took a turn for the worse when Charmaine started spraying air freshener directly on Victoria because music in their room was too loud. Victoria responded by then throwing a blanket at Charmaine. Listen, guys, this is where it all turns deadly. Charmaine responds to that by stabbing Victoria several times with a knife. Another resident at the shelter, Melinda Anders, was on the second floor when she heard the screaming from the sixth floor and went to investigate. Once upstairs, Melinda saw Victoria's mangled body and blood on the floor. Crazy, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And also, Native Tech. I want to thank you for that report. So, um, a question that I have is about this body. Now, like, where was it exactly? Because where did they find her?
They found her in the room that she shared with Charmaine. With she was mangled, due to the stabbing, with blood all.
And this is what I don't understand. Okay, so because some New York shelters, a lot of New York shelters though, they have it to where you're not really in the room with one person. So was she in one of those settings where she was just in the room with one person? Because they usually have them in like
More than one.
yeah, like a sort of like
Yeah,
a
more than two at a
and I don't
time.
really want to
Yeah.
say it, but like a jail setting, like a
Yes.
general population jail setting.
So these situations won't be forced. They try to have it set up like that. But there are situations where you get further into these shelters and they feel like, okay, well, you're eligible to get a house.
Mm-hmm.
You're eligible to get this, so you're eligible to be, sanctioned with one other person instead of
Yeah, so
multiple
she was
other people.
eligible for that two bedroom.
Exactly.
For the yeah, that was one of the questions that I had. And this lady, this people I don't like before no such that story, such a that because these stories they're sad, but what I think needs to be done. Because I used to give my final thought. I stopped doing that. I had one show where I was giving like a final thought or whatever. But I just like I said, we discussed any and everything under the sun. Sorry, did it again. We discuss any and everything under the sun, and we give our views and our opinions. And my opinion is this: the shelter system failed these people, failed this
Yeah.
woman. It failed. But the shelter system in New York City, and I'm from New York City, okay, Brooklyn native, okay. I ain't gonna tell you my hood, but understand it's all good. Brooklyn native, and the shelter system in New York has been messed up for years. And then they sent all these immigrants and on these buses and stuff and made the shelter system
Yeah.
in New York worse.
Yeah, and it's like, where in New York are you going to find a safe place if it's not in a shelter?
Go to
If
church.
Thank you.
That's
I
it.
was just about to say that.
That's it. I'm sorry, I just came
That's
up with
the
that.
safest place
You asked that
because-
question. You said, "Where would you find someplace safe in New York?" Go to church.
Yeah, that's the safest place besides the shelter
Yeah.
now.
Church.
Yeah.
Unless you got family and stuff.
But if you don't have any of that, like, if you don't have family, if you don't have friends, if you don't have those contacts, you gotta have somewhere to go. If these shelters are treating you like trash, you gotta have somewhere to go, somewhere to confide in,
Yeah.
somewhere. Go to church, like you said. Go to church.
Yeah.
I think that's the best.
But I think the New York shelter system is one of, if not the worst, it is one of the worst
It is the
shelter
worst.
systems. I've had family members who have been in the New York shelter system. I have ran through the New York shelter system myself temporarily, but
Listen,
still,
you don't want to hear
it's
my mouth
just
on shelter systems now.
it's like I'm sorry, the New York shelter system is like prison, in my
Yes,
opinion.
it's set up to be like prison. Yes, it is.
Yeah, no, but I want you to understand that it's like, because to understand that it's like prison, you have to be the prison. You have
Right.
had to
Right.
been to prison.
You have
So
to have been in prison and then been to a shelter.
yeah, so it's not jail. It's not central booking. It's not
No.
Rikers Island.
Yeah, it's way
The New York,
more than that.
yeah,
way
it's
deeper.
prison.
Like,
it's the worst.
prepare yourself to be in there for more than 3 months, because
Better
you're gonna
join the
be in
click.
there.
You better join the click
Yeah,
when you
and
run
if
up
you
in the
don't join
system.
the click, and this is what I'm saying with this situation. How did this female, Charmaine, how did she get a knife into the shelter? Because let me tell you right now, for me personally, I'm in the shelter system right now. I can admit that. Yes, I stand by what I stand by. I'm in the system, and this is what I'm saying. They check you for these things when you're entering every time. So
Mm.
how can she go past guards and security
But I
and
mean, you've been in the
counselors
system.
and yes? How can you?
But I mean, you not in the system now, right?
No, but how? Like previously, like recently, how can you
Yeah,
sit there? I've recently seen
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
it's like. What it's like.
What? Yes, yeah, yeah.
So how can you go through the system like that
It's horrible.
and be checked and just go through with a knife?
But don't they have metal detectors in these systems
Certain ones,
when you
yes,
go?
they do. Certain
Okay,
ones,
yeah, yeah, that's true. So,
but even if they don't have metal detectors, they have people downstairs
but
ready
then
to
that, but
check
that,
you. These girls are not allowed to bring hot combs and flat irons and hot curlers and things like this. So how is it she got in with a knife?
mhm. But okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Okay, when you was in the shelter, you said when you was in the shelter system, whatever. Okay, I was in the shelter system myself. So this is what I'm saying. They do the pat down, right? When you go into the system. But don't you think a metal detector is better than a pat down?
Yes, they do pat down. Recently, they do pat down still, and they do like bag searches. They do searches for your bag to make sure you didn't bring any contraband or any weapons through your bag. But I feel like they can do more.
Yeah. You know what I think they should have in here? Like, okay. Like when you go to all right. Okay. Some of my listeners, you probably been there, you probably ain't. I don't know. But if you ever been to the courthouse, like
Mm,
when you go to the like, okay,
mm,
that scanning system is like,
that one is for
ain't
real, for
that
real.
like, ain't that like the airport or something
Yeah,
like that? It's like a step like that.
yeah,
That's the type of systems I think they should
top notch.
have
Yeah,
in the shelters because even
they
in the
let this
Bronx right
go
now,
down.
there's a lot of crime going on and a lot of robberies happen to people, to homeless people. I don't know what you're going to get out of somebody
Now
homeless.
with
It
this
don't make no
situation
sense.
going on, do you think that they're gonna heighten security now?
No.
You think they're just gonna stick to it and
Yeah,
just chump this up?
because New York right now, according to New York right now, they're struggling.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
if they're in a position to where they're struggling, they're not going to up anything.
Yeah,
They asking Biden for money. Biden,
and the thing is, if you were to like fix this, how would you fix
like
it?
for
How would
me,
you?
one step. If I was in the position,
Full
so
blown
you
metal
asking me my
detector?
opinion.
Yes.
So my opinion is this: if I was in a position to where I was like a mayor or something like that, to where I
Right.
could make that decision and make
To
that
where
move,
this story wouldn't
yeah.
happen again.
Okay, one of the first things that I would implement was to have those type of metal detectors in every
Every shelter.
shelter.
I get that.
So
I
to
get that.
prevent
Yeah.
something
Like
like
that
that
from
happening,
happening.
because it's not just bringing weapons in. I mean, you got people who are bringing drugs in, and they're
Right.
like the needles and stuff like that. They're shooting up
Yeah.
in the
And they're
bathrooms, are shooting up,
overdosing
yeah,
and
are
dying.
overdosing,
Yeah.
and that is happened. Like if you look into
And it's like they
the
look to the
the
shelters to blame the shelters for the thing. it's like also you gotta think they only have but so much
Mm-hmm.
like they can spend on guards and
Yeah.
protection and things like that.
But if you look at the overdose rate in New York City in the shelter system, it is very high. It's very high. I
And
could
you
tell
would
you that
think
it's
it
very
would have
high.
lowered from the fentanyl, here, but it's
No,
worsened.
no,
It's worsened
no,
ever since then.
no,
Yeah,
no. It's very high. You have a lot of
especially
people.
with these shelters.
Yeah, yeah. The homelessness in New York City is crazy. There was a lady, I forgot her name. There was I think it was a mayor. I think it was the mayor of some city, and she declared a state of emergency on the homelessness in her city. I forgot which city it
Oh, I
was.
think I heard it. I believe it's like Philly or somewhere like that.
No, it's not. I think it's no. I don't think it's Philly. I would have to look it up, but she had
Yeah,
declared it. She was like a new mayor when the elections and stuff was happening and they were going on. She was like a new mayor. She had just. She was a black
she
mayor.
made it a state of emergency for what?
Um, for homelessness in her state. I don't know if it was
And it
Philadelphia.
was
It could be.
basically,
I could be wrong, and it could be
and what does
Philadelphia.
that mean? Like she made a state of emergency. What does that mean for homelessness?
Um,
Like she was basically trying to house all the homeless.
yeah, she declared war on homelessness, basically.
Yeah, she was
So
trying to
when she went
correct
to
that.
the state of emergency, I think
I
when you
think that was
declare,
Philly. If I'm
it
mistaken,
could be Philly.
correct me, guys.
Yeah,
Correct
hit
me.
me up in the
Yeah,
comments. Let me know
but I believe that was Philly.
which state recently elected. We still in.
And she was a black mayor, right?
Yes,
Yes,
a
I believe
black.
that was Philly. I believe it was Philly.
It could be no. I don't know if it was Philly.
If it was not Philly, it was Texas. Because those are the
I
only
don't
two
know what's
black
Philly.
mayors besides New York.
I know. I don't know if it was Philly. I know she had short
I keep
hair.
up with that, my black people.
I forget. I forgot her name, but she had basically declared war
I
on
like that though.
the
I like that. Go
homelessness.
ahead, sister.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
declared war on a state of
Yeah,
emergency on the homelessness in her state.
I
And
like
to
that.
me, probably New York needs to do the same thing.
You need
Declare a
to go
state
tell
of
your
emergency
brother,
on
okay?
homelessness. Yeah,
New York over here, the mayor of New York, your brother.
they did it for drugs.
Yeah, your brother, that he need to come save these people around here from homelessness.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
He worry about trap music. Let me not get started. We not. That's another story.
The trap
But
crap,
yeah,
trap crap music, trap crap music.
New York City mayor worry about trap music. But let me not get
The trap
started.
crap music. That's how I call it. Trap crap music. It's trap. It's trap music. It's crap music. Cause the ish is crap. So trap crap
For real.
music. Trap crap music. All right. Oh man, this was a good one. This was a good one. And again, Ned Attack.
I love doing these with y'all. I love doing this. I love the show. I love everything about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You've been here more frequently than you've been here like, yes. But Ned Attack, again, I do want to thank you for bringing us that report. So thank you so much for coming on the show and bringing us that report.
Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we going to end the show. Unless you have something to say on this situation. Something else that you want to say on this situation. Because to me, this was just a really...
My last word on this situation is New York City, please, just please do better with your shelter system.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
I'm begging.
Yes. If I had a last word for this, a last opinion, I would say this. I would say that, wasn't it Victoria?
Victoria, yes.
Yeah, that this woman, Victoria, 27 years old, an inspiring model who fell on hard times. I mean, we don't know if she really fell on hard times, but I mean, her being in the shelter,
That just
she
says
had to
enough,
fall.
yeah.
Yeah, she had to fall on hard times. This was an inspiring model
And she
who
was
was
still trying.
just trying to get her life together. Just trying to get her life together. Ladies and
Mm.
gentlemen, this is somebody's daughter. I don't know if she was a mother, but this is somebody's
No, she
daughter.
wasn't a mom.
All right, let me finish. But this is somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, somebody's aunt. Okay? This was a human being, an inspiring model who was just trying to come up in the world and do what she had to do and fell fault to the New York City shelter system and became a victim. Okay? A victim of a stabbing. This woman was murdered. Okay? Think about that. She came, wherever she came from, she came to New York to be a model and was murdered. I mean, you just gotta like let that sink in for 1 second. Let that sink in for 1 to 2 seconds. That's what she came to New York to do. I mean, come on. That's what stories like this to me, and my condolences to her and her family. Everybody from Chris Talk Studio, we send our condolences to her and her family. But yeah, this is a pretty messed up and this is a pretty sad story. It is. Some of these stories like this, I don't like to report, but I report them because light needs to be shined on them. And this is just, oh man. Yeah, I tell you, it's grinding me right now. I'm telling you, it's grinding me right now. Because this is something that's very, very sad. Only thing this lady wanted to do is come to New York, try to be a model, try to get a career, probably take care of her family, bring them up. She probably came from a really poor background, you know? And in her journey, in this journey, she ended up being murdered. Probably by some little scumbag crackhead lady. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I'm just viewing my opinion. But she probably got killed by some crackhead scumbag. And it's messed up, man. It's messed up. I mean,
And I feel sorry for the
it's
lady
messed
also
up.
because the lady's 42 and this woman is 27. You had to think if you roomed her, if you had the right state of mind. This woman has not even lived her life yet.
And she older than her.
This woman has not even lived her life yet. You took it away from her.
Mm.
You took it away from her. You took it from her family. You took it from her friends.
Everything.
You took it from her future. You took her away from everything.
I don't know. I don't know.
At 42, you
It's
killed
very-
a 27-year-old woman. Someone twice your
Yeah.
twice. I'm not even gonna say twice. Let me do my math. Yeah,
It was twice her age.
twice
Yes.
under your
Yes.
age.
Yes.
That could have been your baby.
Very sad story. Very sad story.
That could have been your niece.
Very sad. But
That could have been anything. And you took
yes,
her away.
anybody. It's very sad, and it's sad that things like this happen across America and across this world. It's sad that it happened,
It's got
but
me a little upset.
you know, it happens. That's why I said these stories, these sad stories, I don't like to report them because sometimes they get you a
Mm-hmm.
little bit upset. You just be thinking like, what the hell is going on around this
Mm-hmm.
world?
It gets to you.
But again, I report them to bring light to them because it's these stories that get overseen by the main media. They get overseen. It's these stories that get overseen by the main media. They don't pay no attention to these stories. They don't you. They don't pay no attention to them. But we do, and we going to keep doing it, and we going to keep doing what we do. Okay, so like, subscribe, send that notification, hit that notification bell, comment, let me know what you think. Y'all already know what it is. I am Chris Talks. All right, let's end it. Facebook, Facebook Chris Talks, Instagram Chris Talks 1190, and that Cash App $ Chris Talks Show. We appreciate all the donations. I want to thank everybody for listening. We have got to end this show because it's getting too deep, but we're going to end this show. We probably pick it up another time. I don't know. But right now, we are going to end this show. So I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Until next episode, ladies and gentlemen, keep it real and pay your bills. Till next episode. I'm out of here.